And I also sold some of my mains, so I got even more. Okay, and that will put me at 20,000 gold bars. So yeah, I put in another offer for like 156,000 gold bars to sell. And I have if this sells, I would be getting 7,500 almost. So, and it's already going through, so yeah, that's definitely gonna sell. So I almost got 30,000 cannonballs. I got 26,000, so yeah. And I'm almost level 66. Sweet. Well, my bank value is almost 60 million now, so sweet. Alright, so I'm about to get level 66 here, and I just figured I'd record it, so. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I mean, a long grind to 70, but, I think I could do it. And then I can make adamant tight bars and, turn those into plate bodies, so. Yeah, I will probably do that. But for right now, I'm not too concerned about any of this. I'm just taking it slow, so. Anyways, this will be the last one on this inventory. Okay. Alright, so that puts me at 2 left to go. I also have 27,000 almost. 30k, so. Yep. Anyways, here is one more. Here is 66. Mithril plate legs. Alright, so there is 30k cannonballs, so that puts me at 5 mil worth of cannonballs. And I made a post earlier on my YouTube. I'm almost at 60 mil. Actually, after all these gold bars sell, I will be definitely over 60 mil. So I sold over 300,000 sapphires so far. Uncut sapphires. So yeah, and I bought almost 780,000. So yeah, I mean that's a lot of sapphires that I've sold. Bought and sold technically. That right there in total is almost 1.5 mil. And don't worry, I didn't rip people off. I charged about, I think like on average I was getting about 14 coins per uncut sapphire, so it wasn't a whole lot. I mean, 14 coins out of like 200 and I think 70 is what I was selling them for. Yeah, 270. Um, yeah, 14 coins out of that. That's like, let's see. I can actually just do that on a calculator real quick. That's 5 to 6% inflation or return of investment. So, yeah, I'm not really ripping anybody off. It's a flip. It's just a really big flip due to the fact that I wasn't expecting, and then after I was already like 300k in, because I didn't play for a few days, I was already 300k in buying them. I put in a big offer of them. I think I had like 4 or 5 accounts with like 30,000 or something like that on them. And I was doing other items too, but like, it seems like the sapphires were the only ones buying, and I just got screwed over and ended up having like almost after I had like 300,000. I was like, dang, dude, what the heck am I gonna do now? And then I was like, I was hoping to God it'd go back up because like it was actually dropping down in price. I was like, oh gosh. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I was already like, I would have lost like 5 or 6 mil if that continued to drop. I actually stopped purchasing them there for like 5 or 6 days and just prayed that it'd go back up in price. I quit purchasing them altogether. I was hoping the gosh it'd go up in price, and it ended up going up in price. So thankfully, my uh, uh, it paid off in the end. Let's just put it like that. Um, But yeah, I'm not ripping anybody off. I barely getting any profit as is. Whoops. Like I think in total I'd be making on like 14 days, like 15 days, I'd be making, hold on. So I made 9,900,000 divided by 14. Maybe even 16 days actually. So yeah, I'm making like 600K a day off of this. So yeah, it's not like I'm ripping anybody off. I only made like 600K a day doing nothing. And on average, I typically make about a mil a day. So it was just that I already had like 300,000. And I was like panicking. I didn't really know what to do, and I put in another offer just in case. And yeah, I didn't want it to go any lower than the price I was paying for, and it actually did. I like took the offer out for a few days, and it started going a little bit lower. Then I put in another offer, and I put in an offer even lower than the lowest one, and it went all the way down to that lowest one, and then it started to rise, and that's when I took the offer out, and I ended up with like 770,000 in the end. But yeah, I bought like 3 or 4 offers of that. But yeah, I got really, really panicky about that. Um, that means I sold in a few days, like 16 days, I almost sold like 100,000 items per day. And that's not including the other items that I bought. I bought like iron ore and gold bars and stuff and coal there for a while. So yeah, I mean, I'm just taking it one step at a time. I can't really throw all my money at it all at once. That's the reason why I let it sell and then I throw some more money at it. Like I don't want to throw every last dime I have in an item. I do think I have around, let me see, it's 117 mil, 3 mil. Excuse me. So 20 mil. Yeah, I got like probably about 600 mil cash in coins or whatever. So yeah, I mean, and I can't just throw like 200 mil around like it's nothing. That actually scared the crap out of me. I thought I was gonna lose a lot of money actually. I just got lucky. Because you got to take into account this item sells about 500 something thousand per day. So that means at least 200 and something thousand are being sold per day on average. I think, or either that or it's a million per day. I forget. It's crazy. Wow, hold on. Let me see. Uncut sapphire. That's the reason why I didn't want to say anything for a while. I have like 16 days of videos where I didn't say anything about this item. But after it started to sell for a price that I was considering that was reasonable, that's when I started to say something. So right now it says it's selling for the intrinsic value is like 283, but I'm not gonna sell it for that because I don't want to get too greedy. And that's the intrinsic value, so that's just like an overestimate or underestimate of what it is. Um, as for let's see here. As for the items sold, trade chart, market value. Where is it? Market cap. Okay, so yeah, 257,000 per day, and I highly doubt that I was buying that many because, like I said, a lot of the time I was buying like probably 60 to 100,000 a day. Like I put in an offer, take it out, and then put in another offer. I think the most I bought in a single day was like 300,000, but that was the first time, and then like I kept putting in offers, trying to keep the price sort of the same. I put in like an offer for like 60,000 every now and then, so that way like the price wouldn't go way too down. I didn't want it to go below. It was going way too low. Let's put it like that. I just didn't want it to go that. I was trying to not lose out on money because I already had like 300,000 invested, and I didn't realize that it was going to buy that quickly overnight. It actually scared the crap out of me because it was buying real slow when I went to sleep. It was buying like I think I bought like 1,000 in like 5 or 6 hours. So I thought, well, I'll just put in a big offer. I won't stress it. I don't think I'll get any of them. And I ended up getting every last item, like 60,000 on every account. I was sitting there like, what the heck? But yeah, that was sort of weird because like out of nowhere, I just got a whole bunch of items. And that's what made me panic. I was like, oh great, now I gotta sell all these. And what was crazy about all that is because this started dipping even lower, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So I don't know if someone just had a crap ton of this item or what, man. But I sold 301,000. It took almost 20 days, so technically it was a merch, but it wasn't like a rip-off type merch. I don't think that was like abuse technically. Abuse is where you like literally selling it for like twice or half as much as it's worth. So I barely made 5% off of it, and technically, if you take in the time that I put into it, it wasn't really worth it that much. You can make a lot more on other items, but for free to play, it was worth it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna end up with another 37,000. Oh, that's worth 10 mil now. 37,000 sapphires, and I was thinking about taking out the offer and seeing what the price goes to next, so that way I could possibly just get a little bit more money out of what I put into it, because I'm only getting, like I said, 5% off of what I put in. It's 5.1%. Yeah, I don't know if that's really worth what I put in. Like, I took a real huge risk there. Almost 1/3 of my cash stack went into that. I wasn't expecting it like actually go up. I thought it was going to go down. That's why I just quit putting money into it. I just stopped altogether because I thought it was just going to keep going down. I was like, man, this is just going to keep going down. I don't know what to do. Like there's literally like probably like 6 to 8 days where I didn't even buy any items whatsoever on the Grim Exchange other than like, well, I mean like no sapphires or whatever. There's like 6 to 8 days or something like that. I don't know. There was like a big time frame where I just didn't buy any more sapphires. I just quit buying them. Then I put it in for overnight for like 6 nights. I put it in for like 20 coins higher than what it was worth. 24 coins higher than what it was worth. And at the time, it was like 24 divided by 254. So yeah, it was like a 9% return of investment. And then you got a -1%, so 8%. Anyways, I'm sorry about the rambling. I just wanted to explain. I almost had a fail merge. I actually had one happen to me one time already. Uh, Let me look at my trade chart real quick. Or no, actually, let's go to my day trades. Actually got this, so that way it shows me which one I lost out on. Okay, so it was my coal. Which one? How much did I lose though? So I sold 76,000. I lost like uh 654K. Which is not that bad. I took the loss like a man. It was like 6.35% though. I lost, and it was coal, and I ended up making it back anyways. Like, on the last few coals that I made my money back on, for there for a while, I was getting 0.55, 0.55, 0.55, 0.55, and then I got a 2.46, and then it jumped up real high in price, and I made like 5.6%, 5.6%, then another one, 8.3 or 8.83%, then another one, 12.65%. I was like, what the heck is going on with coal, man? So yeah, I made my money back on the coal. It's just like it took a while. I didn't even expect it to actually go up that much. Like when I was flipping it, I was just flipping it for fun, trying to make back some of the money that I lost on it. Like I said, there's like 4 or 5 flips. I think like four, yeah, four. No, actually 5. There's 5 flips where I only made like 0.5%. So, so in total, after all these sell these sapphires, that would put me at almost 8 million items sold. I do believe. Or well, 4.2 million items bought. I 3.8 million sold. So I've kept about 400,000 items so far. But you also got to take into account I'm also selling some gold bars, and I haven't put in my log of how many I've sold so far. I'm selling another 156,000, so I bought like 160 something thousand. That's probably on the list too. Let me check actually just to make sure. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, there's another 150,000 added onto that. So, it would put me at, I think I'd have like 200,000 items basically banked from flipping. And on average, I do believe my average return of investment is probably about 2 to 3%. So, it's not like I'm doing anything bad here. Like some of them aren't even like barely anything at all. Like you're talking like I can actually show a video about it later on. Some of them are like point 0.5 and like I don't even know. Some of them are really high though. I'm not gonna lie. But then there's some that are really low, like point 0.2, point 0.1, point 0.2, 0.76, 0.29, or I mean 2, 2, 1. There's just a bunch of just random numbers. Not like I was purposely trying to get profit. There's one that's point or negative 0.93, so no, I say if like you're doing something bad, it's like you're getting like 50 to 60% freaking markup basically. That's when you're doing something bad. I wasn't really doing anything bad, so but some of those items that are like 27%, I had nothing to do with, to be honest with you. I just had a whole bunch in the bank, and the price rose by a crazy amount, and I sold it. So, yeah, like the 10% and stuff, like the iron ore, I had nothing to do with that, to be honest with you. I just had some in the bank, and I sold it whenever it got up to like 170, and I'd buy it back when it was 125. I just put in another offer for 125 because I knew I was going to go back down to that. I actually got another offer for 119, and I'm trying to sell it for 165 if I can. I don't know. That's another 15 mil worth of items, and that would give me 4 mil profit. Anyways, I think I'm gonna finish up this level and then end the video. I just excuse me. I just wanted to explain myself and explain what's going on with the flipping part. So yeah, if you guys are flipping, just keep this into like your mind. Like sometimes it takes longer to flip something. Just have patience. If you have a whole bunch of an item, just have patience. Just I'm letting you know that right now, because sometimes it can take a little bit longer. But as for like, if you're trying to buy something quickly and sell it quickly, I don't really recommend that because honestly, since the tax rates have been implemented, you won't be making that much, believe me. Because even to this day, I think you're only making on a flip on average is like 6 coins. Is the average like for like 270 coins, like 150 coins would be like 3 coins or something. So yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be making that much. You'd probably be making like 2 coins off of each item. So I mean, if you're really wanting 26k that badly, I guess go ahead and do it. But I try to do somewhat of a merch out of it. And honestly, I don't recommend that for people that are new to the game. Because you gotta know what items that are moving in price and when to buy them, and what price to buy them at, and what price to sell them at. Otherwise, you don't really make that much money. I mean, that's for experienced players. I guess if you're not an experienced player, if you're just trying to get the ropes down and learn something, yeah, go for the 3 to 2 coin margins. Because honestly, you're not gonna learn unless you do that way. Once you start getting better over time, you can start doing bigger flips and stuff. But yeah, when I flip, I average every price that I pay for the item. Or if I'm merchanting, I average all the low prices all together. So I get an average price, and then I take all the items and then sell it for whatever price that I want to get out of it. So like, I'll take the average of like every time I bought that item when it was at its lowest, and I don't typically buy a whole bunch of items at once because like it can go up and down at any time. So um, that's the thing about taking a risk and buying items. Never buy a whole bunch at once. Um, Try to stay within what you consider a safe range of what you want to lose. And I don't recommend merching, and I don't do the clan merchanting, that's what's banned actually. So I don't do that type of stuff. I do show what I do flip though, technically. But like I do like flip merchanting type stuff. But yeah, anyways, what I do is like I invest a small portion of my money into it, and I don't recommend doing it unless you got like 1 billion coins. Like if you're merchanting, I don't recommend like doing it unless you have 1 billion, because honestly, even like I have a few flips on my main that I failed at flipping that I thought I'd make a bunch of money on and never made any money off of it at all. And it just sits in the bank now, basically. So yeah, that can end up happening to you if you're not being careful. I've made stupid decisions and I regret it, but oh well. Besides, when I show you guys the items I'm flipping, this can go for any item. I got like a whole bunch of items that I flip, and ain't just like freaking one or two, you know? It's different. Like, if you're trying to purposely flip 1 or 2 items, that's a different story, but like, I'm doing a whole bunch of items. It's not just 1 or 2. So, yeah, I work on a whole bunch. Like, I got gold bars, I got uncuts, I got sapphires, and I plan on like diversifying my flips. I had steel bars and I had mithril bars and I had mithril ore. I got adamantite ore, which I was thinking about starting back up on again. I did iron ore. I did coal. So I mean, yeah, it's not like I'm just doing a certain item. It's a different story. If you're just doing one item, that's sort of like market manipulation. I'm not market manipulating if I'm just doing multiple items all at once. So yeah. Market manipulation is doing one item or 1 or 2 items and like literally forcing the price up and having a whole bunch of people force the price up basically. It's kind of hard to do by yourself. You got to have billions of coins. I mean, like, yeah, you could do it by yourself, but you have to have a lot of free time and billions of coins. I honestly wouldn't recommend it anyways, because you can run a real big risk of freaking, like, not only getting banned, but, like, running the risk of losing a crap ton of money anyways, so. But no, one of my flips when I was flipping it, originally I was just buying the item, and I just thought, you know, I'd buy a whole bunch of this item. And then it got to the point where, like, I was like, it was losing, like, it was going down in value, and I lost actually, like, half of its value. So technically, what I paid for is half of what it's currently worth now. But yeah, it was going down in value, and I kept like when it was going. I was just collecting the item just for fun, because I do that with certain items. I was just collecting it just for fun, and yeah, it started to go down in value. I was like, oh crap. So I started putting more money into it. I'm one of those type of investors where I panic and I just keep throwing more money at it, hoping to gosh it goes back up in price. And yeah, it just didn't. So yeah, that item's like worth half of what I paid for it, and that's the reason why flipping can be dangerous. But I can't say I'm perfect at it, but I can say that I do have experience because I know that if you're not really making any money, you better just give up on it. I know that I almost made the same mistake twice, actually. But yeah, the goal of this account is to collect items, basically. That's the whole goal of this account. Build up how many items I can build up, see how many I can build up, basically. Uh, I'm not really after a huge profit margin or any of that type of stuff. So I'm just letting you guys know that. When I mean like I'm a panic investor, it's not like I'm trying to make a bunch of money off of it. It's more of like I don't want to lose money type stuff. I just want to make a little bit of a profit margin basically and don't lose as much money. I made so many mistakes doing that though. Anyways, I'm sorry for the rambling. I will show my trade chart here real quick though. So, uh, hold on, actually. Alright, there we go. I'm sorry about that. So here is my trade chart. So it's sometimes it glitches out a little bit, but crap, it's lagging. Alright, so yeah, that's glitched. I don't know why, but anyways, it shows all the dates and stuff, and then all the margins that I made off of it, and the average profit, and how many I bought and sold. And yeah, I mean, this is the total, everything, the average price I was paying, the average price I was selling for, the total profit I made off of all those items. So like I said, like I wasn't making a whole bunch of money. Some people think that there is like no risk involved either, because like if you actually take into account how much I've spent, um, yeah, it's not really that big of a return of investment because like hold on, if the average price on what I just bought 4273 times 264. So I paid 1,128,000,000 for all those items. The average return of or what I made off of it, the return of investment, okay, so 26,850,000 divided by 1,128 billion. So the return on investment, the average, like I said, it was about 3%. I was actually really close. It's 2.3%. Yeah, it's not like I made a whole bunch of money. So don't think I'm like market manipulating or anything. That's not market manipulation. That's horrible, actually. That's 2.3%. If that was market manipulation, man, I am really bad at it. No, I've seen a lot worse. There's people like that actually like I've seen people like actually take advantage of the market like real bad. So I got like 10 accounts that I do flip on, so it's kind of hard to do that with 10 accounts. I do have 23 accounts or something like that, but like I hardly ever use all my accounts actually. Unless like I'm trying to get a big order of items, that way I can flip them for a few days. So yeah, that's basically what I do. Flip a big order of items for a few days and then buy a whole bunch and then sell them, basically. So that's that. Let me show you. No, let me show this technically. So this is my new price guesser, basically. So right now it's telling me to sell my item for 283, but I haven't raised the price just because like it's taken long enough to sell it. So I'm just trying to get as much as I can as quick as I can. So I guess if you're really like smart about it, you would raise your price, but like I'm not really that concerned about making a huge profit. And yeah, there's a bunch of math involved into that. So it's not like I actually just like guessed what price it should be sold at. There was a bunch of math involved into that intrinsic value basically. Anyways, I'm going to get level 67 and then I'm gonna end the video. I just wanted to show proof that, you know, I am flipping these items. It's just, uh, you know, it takes a long time to flip items, like I said. Uh, and I would like put more, I just don't really care like keeping every last detail written down. Like I could have kept every last detail of how much I paid for the items and stuff, each individual one, but eh, that would mean I have to keep track of like 8 other accounts or something like that, or 9 other accounts, and this is not really worth the time. But as for right now, I am almost level 67, so okay, there's level 67. Alright, sweet. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I will see you guys in the next episode. I just wanted to show you guys my flipping chart and explain a few things about flipping. Like, it's not like you make a whole bunch of money. Sometimes you lose more than what you make, so there's been a few times where I lost money, so yeah, let's just put it like that. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Bye-bye.